Leslie. I'm coming to you with a really special person right now for the next edition of my channel and for hers. So, NAMI, National Alliance for Mental Illness. National Alliance for Mental Illness. I got it right. Yay, and I work there.
It's a mouthful.
I know it is. Um, put on with Florida Parish's Human Services Authority a wonderful event called the Mental Health Awareness Month celebration on May 22nd. And she, Miss Deveree Extein, our wonderful speaker for the event, just came out with her fourth book, right? Yeah, fourth book called Hurricane Her, and it will be releasing on June 3rd. Now, I love authors. I talk and speak about mental health all the time. I work for 2 separate mental health associations. And I think that this is the perfect segue into talking about her book called Hurricane Her. Any information you need before we start?
Oh my gosh, I would just say buckle up, man. It's a wild ride. It explores bipolar disorder, it explores trauma, it explores the dark, the light, the ups and downs, all of it. Just go into it with an open mind is all I'll say.
Awesome. And it comes out June 3rd, right?
June 3rd.
Yeah. And it's your fourth. What are the other books?
We have Flicker, my first chat book, Phoenix, my first full length, Incinerated Innocence, my second chat book, and then Hurricane Her, my second full length collection. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, I've got a couple questions for you.
Yep.
So we'll get into it, and then we can celebrate with everyone else for the day. How did writing this collection help you process your own emotional storms?
Oh my goodness. When I write from a place of just so much emotion. It's either pain, joy, grief, despair, all of it. And to be completely vulnerable and honest with myself in this book, the first time I ever felt like I didn't water myself down, it was exhilarating to just explore every emotion that I was experiencing last year. All of them. Writing this collection helped me process my emotional storms by giving me just a safe space to be vulnerable with myself, to be raw, to be honest, to hold up a mirror and just be like, this is what's going on, this is how I feel, and just be okay with what I was experiencing. And then after writing a poem, I would have like an aha moment, like, this is how I put it into words. Like, this is how I communicate this with like my therapist or my prescriber, or just to myself, like, this is okay that you're feeling this way.
Mm-hmm.
So it did miracles for me writing this book. It helped me with my healing journey so much.
That's great. How has poetry served as a tool for your mental health journey?
Poetry is such a tool, but especially when it comes to my mental health and healing journey, just by creative expression on all forms is just incredible. I think poetry for me, I'm just a writer at heart. Words and playing with them, putting them together, it's always like putting a puzzle together is how I describe writing my poetry. And at the end it's like, oh, this is how I'm feeling. Like, sometimes I'll just sit down, I'll just be upset, and I won't know exactly what the root of that problem.
What advice would you give to emerging poets who want to explore mental health in their own work?
I would say just be honest with yourself. Whether you are afraid of yourself, write about that. If you are feeling good one day, write about that. If you're having a bad day and you don't think you're going to survive to the end of it, write about that. Just hold a mirror up and be able to face yourself in all circumstances, all lights, all darknesses, anything, and know that you're going to be okay at the end of the day because you're the one that keeps yourself safe.
That's a great one. That's a fantastic answer.
So hard.
See, you got this.
We're getting better.
Were there particular poems in this collection that felt especially hard or especially healing to write? And it could be the other collections, but specifically Hurricane Her.
Specifically for Hurricane Her, the first poem that comes to mind is, it's a super long title. I hope I can remember every word of it. My ex shares a post on Facebook that states, if suicide ever crosses your mind, just know I would rather hear your story than attend your funeral. And that one took me months to finish. it took a lot of sitting with myself to write it. To just, it's about me calling the 988 hotline, and I was so embarrassed to share that with people for some reason. But now it's one of my favorite pieces in that whole collection because it just demonstrates, I think, bravery for me to pick up the phone and call, to take control of the situation, to save my own life.
Yeah.
So that one was so hard, but I look back at it and I'm proud of myself for writing it, for experiencing life to write it. Um, I will be reading that one today,
Oh,
so I'm
that's
very
great.
excited.
I'm so excited about that.
But
Yeah.
that one's probably was hands down the hardest to write, but so good for my healing.
Yeah. Now, y'all might not know this, but I got an advanced reader copy to read this, and there was one poem, medications I've taken, or medications I've tried. I know I'm not supposed to, but I definitely screenshotted it on my phone because I go back and I read it, and it helps me because my journey was going through a ton of medications, like to try one that didn't work, to the point that I'm an unmedicated diagnosed. However, I do all the other stuff. I'll do therapy. I'll do like homeopathic. I'm always doing self-care 24/7. I have as needed medications, but that's because I spent almost a decade trying to find one and none of them worked.
So
it is, but there are like hundreds out there. So I probably haven't tried the one that just, fit the puzzle yet. But mental health is a lifelong journey, and you get ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. It's not a straight line. We always say, yeah. And we always say here that recovery isn't linear. It's kind of like wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. It's just all over the place. But yeah, that one. And even if you don't read that today, that medications one, that one definitely has my heart. And I think this poetry book will hit a lot of people to the heart. They will understand and they'll feel with you.
That's the goal. I just want people to feel heard, understood. I want them to feel recognized, and like, I know there's people out there who've gone through similar things that I have, and they felt the same way that I have. And I just want to tell them, like, you're going to get through it. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the interview. And I can't wait for you to present in a little bit.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
It's a pleasure.
Do you do anything other than write?
Girl, no.
No? It's just writing?
It's just writing.
So, like, I used to be a dancer, but I paint, I cook, I do cleaning, which is more of an anxiety-ridden thing. But like, everyone has their outlets, and their creative outlets, and everyone has their calling to a specific outlet that draws a passion out.
Yeah.
Like, that works for every emotion. Like, you're angry, you're going to go write.
Yeah.
You're frustrated, write. Sad, you write. For me, it's different outlets for different things.
Okay.
But for other people, it could be drawing, it could be painting, and music is a huge outlet. It's a very well-known outlet because it's one of the universal languages, along with math, but we won't talk about math.
I moved on from math.
So yeah, it's okay if you're nervous. It's okay. We're all very supportive of you, and we're all very excited.
On a web, she's lost at sea. She's struggling against the current. She's drowning. And then there's a second part to this poem titled Mania. She's in Technicolor, vivid neon, painting your skin with her kiss, coloring you in hues that you can only see in a dark room. She's dancing on the dining room table, hands above her head, hips swaying, just moving to the music in her mind. She's spending a little too much money, time, and effort, but she doesn't care. She's chasing butterflies, a high she just can't grasp.